Setting the defensive line, number 54, Jeremiah McCall. Number 58, Trishawn Rogers-Conley. Number 15, Corey Bailey. And number 21, Avery Taylor. Starting at linebacker, number 9, Jesse White. Number 2, Makai Jones. Starting defensive backfield, number 5, Jerron Jones. Number 0, Lana Edwards. Number 8, Jamie Evans. Number 7, Javante Nelson. And number 6, Darius Holly. The Pioneers are led by head coach Rod Hornet. And now fans, please get on your feet and tell me And now for tonight's offensive starters for Saline. Starting in the offensive line, number 72, Junior Willis Esposito. Number 70, Junior Tom Shuck. Number 52, Senior Ryan Bobby. Number 77, Senior Vincenzo Coffey. And number 71, Senior Ian Kingston. Starting at wide receiver, number 9, Junior Cruz Hanson. Number 18, sophomore Cody Baldwin. Number 8, Senior Austin Adams. Starting at head, number 17, Senior Duncan Keys. And at running back for the Hornets, number 26, Junior Preston Cherry.
We now ask that you stand and join the Saline marching band under the direction of Jerry Bentley in honor of with the First Lady Stars starting with the band.
penalty is on Harper Road for a shot clock. 5-yard penalty. It will be first and 15 from the 15.
Flag on field. Encroachment on Saline. 5-yard penalty, first and 5.
5-yard penalty. Brings up first and 15. number 54, Jeremiah McCall. Defensive holding and Harper. Game of 3 brings up 2nd and 7. Ball's on the 27-yard line, Harper. Officials timeout on the field for an injured player. Injured player is number 8, Austin Adams. 14 round, the Harper race. Jerry on one. Contest number 40, Game Director.
Penalties for their team and Saline. Here's our second and 13 for Saline.
Cherry on the run. Tackle made at the 9-yard line by number 9, Jesse White. Result of the play is a first down for Saline. First and 10.
Pass complete to number 12. He's hit almost immediately. Tyler Buford, but not before he gets 10 yards. Bryce Barbarino on the tackle.
Well, that looked like one of those quick hitters that Harper Woods is probably going to lean on tonight if Saline's front four can be dominant at the line of scrimmage.
Again, he's back. He's and almost completed number one, but good defensive play there.
Nolan Klein with the pass breakup. It's been a while to see him this year. It's nice to see him on the field.
Definitely nice to see Klein back out there. So it brings up 2nd and 10. Now, again, on that play, Rushlow had a wide open field in front of him, and you just wonder if Saline makes an adjustment to spy him, because he has run the ball once tonight. But
yeah, I do think that was an instance where he would have been better off keeping the ball and running.
Yep.
But you know, these quarterbacks like to make big plays.
They sure do. Handoff up the middle to number 2, and he picks up about 4.
Sadoff with the stop.
Sadoff with the stop, and Jones on the carry. Brings up 3rd and 6. Now, I don't believe this is 4-down territory, but you never know. Again, because they haven't shown a propensity to really stop Saline. They slowed him down on that last one, but I think Harper Woods does want to keep the ball as long as possible. So let's see, he's back to pass again, steps up in the pocket, throws it deep, but way over the head of his receiver.
Well, you like to see that the defensive backs were step for step there. It would have taken just an amazing pass to do anything there, but well overthrown. And again, the front four for Saline putting a little pressure. Maybe he makes it throw a little earlier than he wanted to.
I agree.
But at the end of the day, we get a stop. It's 4th down, and Saline should be getting the ball back.
And hopefully in reasonable field position. Now, the other thing on that is if the quarterback could throw that a little short, even if it gets intercepted, that's a nice punt.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, because he threw that a long way, but it looks like a delay of game penalty. Either that or a timeout. They get the timeout before the penalty?
Delay of game.
It's funny, that's the 3rd or 4th combined from the two teams delay a game penalties. So
again, you know, I think they get out of their rhythms, and it's taking time to get their plays in.
It clearly is. Good snap. Oh, squib kick, but he gets a brilliant roll out of it.
That was a dangerous play there with those low line drives. It could easily hit a Saline player, but good discipline there to get out of the way.
And there was good communication. You heard not only the players, but you also heard the coaching staff alert the players to the fact that it had been that type of kick. So that's great to see that and hear that.
It's a good roll for Harper Woods, but we'll take the ball 1st and 10 at your own 30 versus giving the ball back to Harper Woods on a turnover there.
100%. So we have 9:05 remaining here in the first half. Again, it's a 10-7 contest. It's Carr and Cherry in the backfield. We've got trip receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. Cherry leaves the backfield. Now he splits out. A lot of pressure on Carr, rolled out of the pocket so he could throw that at the feet of his intended receiver, and it brings up 2nd and 10.
It looked like they were looking for a screen to maybe to Cherry out of the backfield, but Harper Woods read it really well. There's just nothing there, and a smart play by Carr just to dump it and move on to the next opportunity.
I totally agree, and that's the progression we want. That's how those are the type of plays you're going to have to make as we go further into this season. Carr back again. He fakes the pass and is tackled by number 9 at about the 38-yard line.
And that was a good decision by Carr. Again, you want to make those big plays, but he pulls it down and says, I can get 7, 8, 9 yards, and now at 3rd and 1, you figure with their running game, they could go for it on 4th down if they had to. So you really have lots of options here.
So that was Jesse White on the tackle. White's been all over the field tonight as well. But, yes, I agree with you. Let's hope they don't have to go for it on 4th down, but Carr keeps it, and he's got the 1st down.
Follows his buddy Cherry right up the middle, gets the 3 yards. 1st down, Saline.
So it'll be 1st down, Saline at the 42-yard line with 8:15 remaining here in the first half. So they got the first down of this drive, so let's see if they can keep it going. Two receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. Carr and Cherry in the backfield. Handoff to Cherry, and he's met almost immediately and dropped for a loss by number 54. That is Jeremiah McCall.
That was a tough play call there. Harper Woods did a good job of blowing up the play before it got going.
He almost made him miss, but McCall stuck with it. He is a sophomore, so that bodes well for him. So it's 2nd and 12 from the 40-yard line. Trip receivers to the far side. Pass out in the flat to Baldwin. He makes the first guy miss and carries it out almost to the 50-yard line.
Yep. Nice positive play. Gets you into 3rd and manageable. The protection was good. Carr stepped into the throw, found his man.
Jaden Evans on the tackle, and that's another sophomore. So if you look at the Harper Woods roster, they do have some young players, just like Saline does, playing significant minutes early on in games, and not bad for 2 undefeated squads.
Well, when you're building legacy programs, it's good to have a good development system.
100%. They get the play off, flag on the play, and
I think Harper Woods got a little quick start there.
So we're going to see what it was. May have been offsides. But we'll see. Procedure against Saline. It'll bring up 3rd and 8. So Harper Woods is starting to blitz a lot more, put a lot more pressure on it. And we have to do something to slow him down on that. You can't decline it. It's a procedure penalty. So it's 2nd and 8. Oh, so they did decline it. Interesting. Thought they blew the play dead with the procedure, but sometimes that's why they don't have me officiate. So Saline will punt the ball back with 6:50 remaining here in the first half. Again, number 1 is back. And there's a whistle on the play. Another delay of game penalty. So that's another, it's a little sloppy so far. We'll see what adjustments both teams will make coming out in the second half, but we have plenty of football left here in the second quarter.
Got lots of action so far.
Good snap. Good kick. Fielded at about the 27 and taken out to about the 40-yard line.
It's like Barbarino on the stop.
So that's where Harper Woods will take over. 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line with 6:39 remaining. Harris and Barbarino on the tackle, so that's great.
Yeah, that drive just seemed to stall there. We had just a couple setbacks, and there's something to be said about those unforced errors that just kind of get you off your rhythm.
Definitely. So let's see if the defense can hold tough again. Plenty of time on the play clock. Calling in the plays from the sidelines. He's back to pass. He rolls out. Looked like a little holding on number 54, and that's the flag you're going to get. He got beat on the play by Harrison, so he hugged him a little bit. Just missed him. Missed him from when he was playing on defense.
Well, when you have a stud quarterback, sometimes it's best to err on the side of we won't let him get touched, but can't do that. That'll be 10 yards for Saline.
So, other than delay of game penalties, we haven't had a lot of significant penalties. That's one of the first ones, other than the chop block early on. So,
again, you like to see the pressure from the front four too.
Definitely. That's been missing the last little bit. So, it's good that they got in there, because that makes the D-backs' jobs a lot easier if the front four can put the pressure on the quarterback. They got two to the far side. Harris jumps again. That's the second time for him. And, he's got to actually look up on that, because the quarterback was looking to the sidelines, so there was absolutely no reason to jump.
No, not at all. Not at all. You have to be disciplined. It's those little things that make the difference.
You'd much rather be 1st and 20 than 1st and 15, but either way, we'll take it, and we'll start from the 35 here. Running back met in the backfield and dropped for a loss.
It looked like Powell was the first guy to meet him.
It was Powell, and then Caleb Driver as well. Sadoff was in on that, so everybody got in on the action. So loss of 3 on the play brings up 2nd and 18. Again, there's pressure. He steps up, and he is dropped by Sadoff again. But they're going to call a flag on that for I don't know if they don't like the tackle or what it was. Face mask on Saline. I didn't see it, but it was a quick play, so we don't have the replay to be able to tell you. But either way, it's a first down for Harper Woods with 5:17 remaining.
Bang play.
Yep.
Again, you can't really see what's going on there. It's disappointing. We had him pushed back, 2nd and long. Pressure on the quarterback again, and
so they just have to adjust. Again, these are the things that they're going to face as they move forward in this season. Quick pass out in the flat to number 1, and he picks up a good 15 yards there.
A very quick hitting play there, which is what you kind of expect. you get the ball in your playmakers and let him do his work.
Klein on the tackle there. Like you said, it's good to see Klein back out there, but now it's 1st and 10 at the Saline 34. So this is the deepest Harper Woods has gone on offense on any of their drives. So let's see if Saline can toughen up here. 10 seconds left on the play clock. A couple of penalties have aided them in this drive. Just got it off. Pass over the middle to number 12. And he's hit by number 12, Princeton Jones. But not before he gets first down. So
it looks like Saline is playing a little bit farther back where they're back 7. And when the front 4 gets a nice push, it was a nice little soft spot. Quarterback found his man. First down.
Again, Rushell's back to pass. And Grant on the reception. They're going to give him about 8 yards on that. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looks like Klein and Williams were in on the stop there.
So they're actually only going to give him about 7 on that. So. But it opens up the playbook.
It does. And, their style right now is very quick hitting. So.
But I also think they want to make sure that Saline doesn't get a lot of time when they get the ball back, whenever they get the ball back. Run up the middle. That's the best run of the day for Harper Woods, and it's carried down to the 6-yard line where it'll be 1st and goal from the 6 with 3:15 remaining. And Jones on the carry. So those quick hitters opened up the middle.
Yeah, when you only have 4 people rushing, that leaves a lot of space on the line of scrimmage.
Jones again, and he walks it into the end zone. So that puts Harper Woods ahead, 13-10 with 3:04 remaining here in the first half. And so it was not a little awkward on that defensive series there. The penalties hurt. And
it started on offense.
Yeah. Yeah.
We couldn't get in rhythm. The penalties set us back. We had to give the ball back, and then, penalties again on defense gave them second chances, and they made the most of it.
And the kick is blocked. So with 3:04 remaining here in the first half, Harper Woods leads 13-10, and you're right. You need both. The offense helps the defense. If you can stay in rhythm, have that long ride, give them a bigger rest, tire out Harper Woods, it truly benefits the team. Now we need to have a 3-minute drive that ends in a touchdown here to take a lead going into halftime. What do you think?
Yeah, it would be nice to see Saline get into some sort of rhythm here where they just methodically move the ball down the field, and it would be nice to get a score here before halftime. And, they won the toss and deferred, so they would get the opening kickoff in the second half as well.
You love the double dip here. Now, the other thing is they did not, Saline did not adjust to that pressure that Harper Woods started to send in here in the second quarter. So let's see if they can make some adjustments to that.
Yeah, it looked like maybe that they were starting to get their ends out a little wider to really open up their rush. It would be nice to see if Saline could take advantage of that and get more plays up the middle. Maybe lean on Sherry a little more.
There you go. Little extracurriculars after the play, but fortunately the official jumped in the middle of that. The ball is kicked out of the end zone, so Saline will take over on their own 20-yard line with all 3 timeouts remaining. So they have plenty of time to score, and as we've seen all season long, it doesn't always take them 3 minutes to score.
No, I think the big thing here is to stop getting in your own way. Yeah. Limit the penalties here and methodically move the ball down the field here.
And the key to the penalties there, Justin, is that as you progress in this season, penalties, you just can't afford them.
No.
Especially silly penalties. Or avoidable penalties. How's that? That's a better way to say it. Keys goes in motion. Play clock down to 3. Carr has it. Throws it out in the flat. Baldwin on the reception. Pick up about 3.
Knocked out of bounds by Jones there on the defense.
Jones has been all over the field tonight. So it's 2nd and 8. Only 2 on that. Couldn't cut that up to get the extra yardage.
Yeah. Odin said that Jones was going to be one of his keys on defense. He's going to lean on him to help limit the big plays on Saline's side.
So far, he's done exactly what his coach was hoping for. Looks like somebody jumped. So and it was Saline, so it'll be again behind the sticks again. It's 2nd and 13. That's twice now. Both the last 2 drives, Saline's had that problem, and
unforced errors.
So trips to the far side. Carr's back to pass, has a little time. Complete out in the flat to Keys. Good enough for a 16-yard completion and a first down out to the 33-yard line.
Very, very good play design. A good job blocking up front by the big guys. Carr was able to find his man, step and throw. First down. Big play.
And it stops the clock with 2:54, so not that clock should be a problem here, but as they do have all 3 timeouts remaining. But it gets them out of the shadow of their end zone as well. Carr again has time, throws it out to Baldwin, and he unfortunately tried to run with it before he caught it, and falls incomplete. Good pass, just
it was good play. I think if he makes that catch, and which was part of the problem, is that he knew he had open space. I would save that for a little later in the game. We might see that play again.
Yes. And it was good that the senior came over and patted him on the helmet and said, "That's all right. That's all right." And now there's another flag. Let's see who moved. It's encroachment against Harper Woods, so we'll get 5 yards. So I think both teams are going to want to clean up the penalties in the second half.
And everybody's really super hyper focused,
yes.
Trying to make plays,
yeah.
But you have to wait for the right time.
Yes, you do. So let's see what they dial up now. It's 2nd and 5 from the 38-yard line. Carr, he throws it out. Tried for Baldwin again, but skips it to him. He was under tremendous pressure there.
A lot of pressure from the left side of the line of scrimmage.
So one thing we haven't seen that we talked about maybe is get Cherry back involved with the offense, and that's exactly what they haven't done. So that might have been an opportunity, and it looked like they were bringing pressure, and so maybe a draw play, something of that nature to keep them honest, keep at home.
It'll be interesting to see what we do here. It's 3rd down, you're at midfield. If you get enough here, would you consider going for it on 4th down?
So they do not appear to be bringing pressure. And there was some miscommunication there. I do believe they're going to punt this away. And they are. So that was intended for Baldwin again. I think that Baldwin's replaced Abbott, and Tommy is so used to throwing to Abbott that he's going to have to make some adjustments here in the second half. Not that throwing the ball was a bad idea, it's just that they're out of sync, like you said.
Yeah, those are the little things that happen when you get off kilter a little bit.
100%. Low line drive and skips out of bounds at about the 20. Oh, they're going to say the 29-yard line.
Well, we didn't really use a lot of the clock on that drive, so there's still plenty of time left for Harper Woods here.
They sure are, and they have all 3 timeouts left. So let's see if the defense can get home, put some pressure on, and keep the penalties away.
If we can get a stop here,
I wouldn't even mind a turnover. So
it has been a pretty clean game from that aspect so
it has.
far.
So 4 receivers split out wide. Rushlow's back to pass. He has time. He throws it out in the flat to number 12. And he keeps his legs moving and picks up the first down out to the 42-yard line. Thomas on the tackle.
It looks like they were playing a little bit back.
Well, that could be because they're afraid to get beat deep, but these 10 yards at a time. So Rushlow keeps it and runs out of bounds at about the 49-yard line. Pickup of about 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, send all the receivers deep. The linebackers, float with the deep man. A lot of open space there. Tuck and run.
So there's 2:14 remaining here. Wouldn't be surprised if Jones gets the carry here. Screen pass to Jones. So I was right on who I thought was going to get the ball. Unfortunately, I was wrong about how he was going to get the ball.
Yeah, it was a good play call. It looked like early on that Saline had read it well. It's just he made the catch and then they couldn't bring him down right away.
So first and 10 from the 35 with under 2 minutes to go. Pass out in the flat to their speedster, number 4. And he is pushed out of bounds after about a 6-yard gain. Biden.
Again, quick hitter, get the ball into your studs and let them try to make a play.
Sure.
Game 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
So they gave him 7 on that. At the 27-yard line, it's 2nd and 3.
Harper Woods putting together the type of drive you wanted to see Saline have. Just little chunk plays here and there, working their way down the field.
So Jones on the carry again. They disguised that well, and he ran right by a defender, and because they thought the quarterback with his fake had the ball, and they picked up the first down. So it's 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. He's back to pass now. He's got 3 open over the middle. We're real soft coverage here. Like you had said earlier, for some reason, Saline believes the underneath pass is not going to beat him, but James Jefferson may just prove him wrong.
Yeah. A lot of time for Robichaud there.
Yeah.
It wasn't any pressure at all. Let his man run into the open space.
So it's 1st and goal, and see what they do here. It's to Jones, and he just walked in the end zone untouched.
It's just a numbers game here. When you only have 4 down linemen and you have 5 offensive linemen plus a tight end, it makes it hard.
So Harper Woods pushes their lead up to 9, and with the extra point attempt coming. And And it looks like they're going to go for 2, which would be the they can run the same play they just did. And if Saline's not willing to make an adjustment, Jones will walk into the end zone untouched again. So they're trying to make this truly as much of a 2-score game as they can.
Yeah, I think it's time for Saline. Maybe this is somewhere where you take a chance. Maybe you bring a couple extra guys up in the box. There's just very little room down there, so the speed is negated a little bit on their part.
Yeah, I agree with you. They have to do something, and I mean, I think that Saline was trying to get to halftime, and that Harper Woods was fully prepared to finish the first half, and it ended up with 2 scores and putting Saline a little bit behind the 8 ball. But as we saw against Dexter, they made some adjustments at halftime, so this game isn't out of reach by any stretch of the imagination, but they do have to make some adjustments. We'll see what they do on this 2-point conversion. He just throws it caught for the 2-point conversion to their wide receiver.
Grant was the man, and that was an instance where you have a couple inches on the defensive back, and you throw it up to him, and he goes up to make a play.
100%. So now we're at Saline. Number one on the reception. So now Saline's down by 11, but they have a minute 21 and 3 timeouts. So let's see if they can field this kickoff, because Grant's going to kick it off, and last time it went into the end zone, but Harper Woods is jacked up right now. And so let's see what they do.
This would be a big statement for Saline if they could make some plays and get down and get some points here before halftime.
Oh, definitely. Because like you said earlier, they get the ball coming out of the half, so if they can double dip it here, but if this is a page out of Saline's playbook, they're going for the onside kick. So let's see what they do. Kicks it deep. Field it at the 3. Cuts it up the middle. Kicks it to the outside. Got a little bit of running room, and runs out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. Cahoon on the return, Lennon Cahoon, and so that gives Saline some good field position in a minute 11 and 3 timeouts. So let's see what they do.
Absolutely. Good field position. Maybe get some chunk plays here and get in a position where maybe you could steal some points here going into the halftime.
Well, you said it best on Harper Woods drive. They had those chunk plays or those quick hitters, and Saline can do the exact same thing.
No, absolutely. Get away from the penalties, get positive yards, and string a few plays together.
Carr and Cherry in the backfield. And 54 was busted through on that with nobody touching it.
Yeah, I don't know if that was supposed to be a screen there or if that was just maybe a missed assignment, but
it looked like Coach Short felt it was a missed assignment and was less than thrilled about that sequence right there. But again,
either way, it's incomplete pass. It's 2nd and 10 here.
Carr aired it out there, and Cruz Hansen felt he was held, but no call on that. So
now we're getting into some dicey areas here.
Because you give Harper Woods the ball back again with 2 timeouts left.
2 quick plays, incomplete passes, clock stopped.
So Saline's unraveled a little bit here in the second half of the second quarter, and they need something to shore it up. Star back, got pressure, and he's under. It was supposed to be a screen pass to Hansen, but he just never got a chance to throw it. So now Saline's got to punt it back to Harper Woods with just under a minute to go, and a very dangerous receiver back, or returner back, and 2 timeouts. So Harper Woods has an opportunity to get some points on the board again.
Yeah, it looks like the whole offense is just a little uncomfortable right now.
Good snap, good kick, high kick. Fielded by Grant, and he's gone. Nope. Unfortunately, number 14 was able to corral him, but it looked like Barbarino was able to. Now, Barbarino did get blocked in the back, but the officials missed that. He got a 2-handed shove in the back, but it may have boosted him out to get Grant, but once that ball hits the ground,
that's a tough play. People start to slow down, but a fast guy grabs it, picks it up, gets to the outside, and it makes something happen. And now Harper Woods is in prime position again to maybe get a play or two and put themselves in position to score.
Again, back to pass, throws it deep, way deep. Closest receiver was Fidich. So brings up 2nd and 10. So Biden on the.
Thomas had good coverage there, step for step with the receiver. Put himself in a position where if he could have gotten his hands on it, could have made a nice pickoff. There would have been that turnover we were looking for.
100%. So I'm looking for something underneath here, because that's how they moved it down the field on the last possession, and they were playing the sidelines, and they have 2 timeouts, and that's exactly what they got, and they cut Durant back in the middle, and he's several flags on the play, 3 of them. So it looked like at least one of them was holding.
Yep, holding on Harper Woods. That's a big play. Big play. Now you figure with 25 seconds left back at midfield, they're probably going to take some shots. Maybe this is an opportunity for Saline to, instead of just sitting back and watching the plays in front of them, maybe get in there, put some pressure on.
So they ended up picking up yardage on that play because of where the hold occurred. So it's 2nd and 7 because it was so far down the field. But I still think, like you said, they're going to take some shots down the field, and I wouldn't be surprised if they don't throw it. They have the option of throwing it to Jones out of the backfield. That was successful on the last. But he's blocking right now.
There we go.
They brought it all.
Sadoff and Harris meet at the quarterback for a sack.
So they brought everybody there, and they got home. But Harper Woods calls their 2nd timeout. When we, after this timeout, it'll be 3rd and about 18. And we'll see what Harper Woods elects to do.
What we really need to pay attention here is you figure that they're going to do a quick hitter. The pressure's coming. Make the tackle. Wrap them up and get them on the ground. That's where they're really dangerous. If they get the ball in open field, one missed tackle could be a disaster here.
Correct.
So it'll be interesting to see what the defense draws up. Do they just rush the 4, or maybe do they bring an extra guy to try to really rush the throw here? but either way.
That's why the coordinators get paid the big bucks. They're going to try and let's see what Saline does dial up. It looks like they're bringing less pressure. So Durant's in motion, and the quarterback steps it up. Almost intercepted. Number 14, Bryce Barberino on the coverage on Durant.
And it looked like they only were going to rush 3, but at the last minute, it looks like a rare shooter blitz from the linebacker spot caused a little confusion, and they were able to get pressure on Robichaud.
And that's a good thing.
It was.
So now if we can get, if I'm Harper Woods, I don't even allow Saline to even think about returning. It's not that they would return it, but with 12 seconds to go, just kick it away from Hansen, and he kicked it into the end zone. So just as good.
Well, maybe that'll be a little momentum for Saline. The defense played well there. They stepped up, got off the field, going at halftime, make an adjustment or two, get the ball first, and see if they can't get a little momentum.
Yeah, if Saline comes out and scores on the first possession of the second half, it's a whole new ball game, and they're not out of it. They're down by 11. They were down by more than that against Dexter, and ended up winning by 30. I don't believe that that's going to be the outcome today, but you never know. And but they're going to take a knee and head into the locker room and see what adjustments they can make. So stay tuned for the second half. Watch the halftime performance, and we'll talk to you in the second half.
And now to introduce to you the 2025 Hall of Fame inductees. First, the smart Matt McCullough. Matt has been a community leader in Saline since 2005, coaching Science Olympia to state and national success, while also serving in roles with soccer, field hockey, and the city's DEI committee. A Ford engineer since 1987, he has led major product launches and hydrogen fuel cell initiatives. Originally from Rhode Island, he holds degrees from Carnegie Mellon, the University of Rhode Island, and Michigan, and is a proud parent of 2 SAS alumni. Congratulations, Matt McCullough. Next we have Chris Baker. Chris is a multi-sport standout at Saline High School and excelled in football, basketball, and track before continuing his athletic career at Michigan State, when he started 46 straight games as a record-setting tight end. His success led to a 9-year NFL career with the Jets, Patriots, and Seahawks, amassing 168 receptions, 1,763 yards, and 15 touchdowns. From Saline to the Big Ten to the NFL, Baker's journey reflects talent, dedication, and resilience. Congratulations, Mr. Next up, we have Peggy Ernst. Peggy has dedicated over 4 decades to the Saline community, beginning as a substitute teacher in 1982 and serving 36 years as a parent educator in the Inclusive Special Education Program. She also spent 42 summers teaching Safe Town and supported work camp, summer camp, and after-school programs. Known for her kindness, dependability, and tireless work ethic, Peggy has inspired countless students and families, leaving a lasting legacy in Saline. Congratulations, Peggy Ernst. Next we have Mackenzie Ann Gilmore. Mackenzie is a 2007 Saline High School graduate, earned her Bachelor's of Science in Nursing and Master's in Prosthetics and Orthotics from Eastern Michigan University. She has worked as a cardiovascular and bone marrow transplant nurse, crafted prosthetic limbs worldwide, and founded the United States Amputee Football Federation. Through her nonprofit, she has championed inclusion and empowerment for individuals with limb loss, providing global opportunities to play soccer, and inspiring countless others along the way. Congratulations, Mackenzie and Gilmore. And next up we have Zach Casper. Zach is a proud Saline Schools graduate and dedicates his time to Liberty Club and the Saline community through volunteering at Meals on Wheels, the library, the senior center, and local fire departments. Known for his joy, his kindness, and unwavering support, Zach attends every Saline event, inspiring others and showing that disability does not mean inability. His commitment and his spirit make him a beloved and integral part of the Saline community. Congratulations, Zach Castor. And next we have Rick Bradloff. A lifelong Saline resident, Rick has devoted his life to supporting the community through coaching, 15 years on a chain band, and cheering on his children and grandchildren. A small business owner and longtime member of the SWWC Automotive Program Advisory Board, he has championed technical education and school initiatives. Rick's dedication, multi-generational ties, and commitment to youth embody the spirit of Saline, leaving a lasting impact on countless students and families. Congratulations, Rick Bradloff. And lastly, we have Betty Washburn. Elizabeth Betty Washburn dedicated her life to education, family, community, and faith. A teacher, counselor, and founder of Saline High School's Home Economics and FHA programs, she earned numerous honors, including Outstanding Educator and UN International Woman of the Year panelist. Betty co-founded Springbrook Fisheries, served on community boards, and helped establish the foundation for Saline area schools. Her legacy of service, leadership, and kindness continues to inspire generations. Mike Washburn, Betty's son, will be accepting her award on her behalf. Congratulations, Betty and Mike. Fans, these 7 outstanding individuals will join our previous 7 Hall of Fame members. And ladies and gentlemen, please join me once again in congratulating the Foundation for Saline Area Schools Hall of Fame class of 2025. And now, fans, please put your hands together and give a warm welcome for our 2025 Saline Varsity Dance Team. The dance team is sponsored by Ben's Head, Dr. Hornet Overnights, the Boundary Advisory Group, Salt Springs Brewery, Hungry House, Stoner Plant, Wolverine Supply, CMS Associates, River Real Estate, Gunther Homes, Jets Pizza, Nick Alexander with Edward Jones, Munich Dental Studio, Drop Top Pizza, Getty Saline, Trinity Health, Valley Strength Performance, and White Renovations. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the 2025 Saline District Tournament. Tonight has two questions that are celebrating the Hornets World Cup. For our first stop, we take you to the East Store. We welcome Nikki and Yoshichi to the podium. We demand the Pirates Classic and Salines Pop-Pie Group.
finally Justice Haley, who will be available on the line in our career. This is your man.
Cavalry number 19, David Trump. There is a flag on the court. Penalty is holding on Saline. Ball is spotted at the 30-yard line. Saline will take over 1st and 10. Number 26, Christian King with the line. Tackle number 9, Jesse White. Gain of 5, brings up 2nd and 5. Flag on field. Penalty is false start on Saline. After the penalty will be 2nd and 10. Carson Cherry on the right. Tackling by number 54, Jeremiah Paul. Gain of 4, brings up 3rd and 6. Pass defended by number 8, Jaden Evans. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And it won't surprise me if they go for 4 downs here.
Not in the positive side of things. They've got a couple downs to make this. They will play good too.
Jerry is the ball carrier, and he's met at the line of scrimmage, so it brings up 4th and 3, but they are going to go for it again. That's what we anticipated, so.
No hesitation.
There's no reason to. They've done this all year. They've done it for years. So let's see what they do. So there's procedure against. So that's our first difference. Yep. So now it's the decision time. I think they're still going to go for it. It just changes the play a little bit.
At some point in time, you have to say, hey, we need to make a play.
Yes. Yes, that is 100%. But they better get it in because they're either going to have to call a timeout or 10 seconds left on the play clock. 5. They get it off. And triple coverage on Keys, and that was a poor decision by Carr. I know he was going for Keys because that's his top receiver, but he never looked it off, and it had really no chance of completion there.
Yeah, I don't mind the play call as much as, hey, he was triple covered. You know that you have guys that are going to have better matchups somewhere. I think he was just locked in on Keys right away. And it just wasn't there.
Nope. But it truly was the penalties that caused the failure of that drive. So
again, we talked about it. Unforced errors, you have to stop that. It gets in your way. You get off schedule, you get out of rhythm, and the next thing you know, it's turn the ball over on downs.
And Harper Woods is, they did not use one of their timeouts. So we're going to see there. It looks like they're going to give them their timeout. It looked like the coach got it from the sideline. So they had to use one of their timeouts early. But and that's the thing is Harper Woods isn't playing clean football either. They had a 10-minute stretch, and they had turned it into 21 points, and Saline hasn't fully recovered from that.
No, and it looks like we're off to a sloppy start here in the second half as well.
But again, this is why you play these games, is play tough games. You'd rather have it happen in the regular season than in the playoffs.
No, for sure. There's lots of positives that can come from this. There's still a lot of football left to be played. Saline's just got to tighten the screws here a little bit.
Handoff to
looks like Biden was the carrier there.
Number 4, Biden. He no game met at the line of scrimmage, and
Biden. It looked like Harris, Sadoff, and Barbarino all on the stop there.
So that's a good start for the defense. So, and Harper Woods also shortened the game in the first half. They just got to take advantage of it when they got the ball, but they kept Saline off the field quite a bit.
Absolutely.
And they're in no rush to call. I mean, they're taking the play clock down. Biden again, and he's gone. So
a very simple concept. Just get your best athlete out in space, toss him the ball, and let him make a play. And he just ran by everybody. So
apparently Harper Woods made some adjustments, and so far Saline has not. And again, there's plenty ample time look to come back in this game, but that wasn't the start that Saline wanted.
That's you know, you're hoping for some excitement to start the second half, and that series just took a lot of air out of the Saline side.
Well, if you look at the sidelines right now, Saline is down. Harper Woods is dancing, and they're having a great time because they came into our house, and so far they're putting it to us. And so with the extra point, with 7:21 remaining, it's Harper Woods 28, Saline 10, and it is clearly not the start that.
Well, I think what we need, we really need Saline to put together a drive. It's getting to a point where it seems like Saline's defense is on the field the entire time.
Yes.
And we talked about this at the beginning of the game, is that you thought you would like to see the Saline offense dictate the tempo. But it just hasn't worked out that way.
Not at all. And
you don't want to overstate things, but early on the injury to Abbott when they were driving kind of sets things off kilter a little bit, and they just haven't seemed to be able to dial it back in.
Nope. And so if the score doesn't flip around, it gives Coach Short something to work on these last 2 weeks of the regular season. And whether you play at home or on the road, I mean, you'd love to play at home, but this loss would, if they lose this game, would really hamstring them in terms of playoff points. So, and that's Baldwin, and he went side to side and dropped at the 15, and gives a big field for Saline to overcome now. So it's almost become an imperative that Saline score here, because if they don't, now the clock becomes their enemy.
I know, absolutely. And you start getting into a point where you're almost one-dimensional.
Right.
You can't take your time. I'm not saying that they're yet.
No.
But they need to really start putting some plays together.
So let's see what they do. Cherry and Carr in the backfield, hand it off to Cherry. He kicks it around the end. That's a nice evasive move, and carries it out to about the 23-yard line. Pick up about 8.
Nice block by Brady Baldwin on the end. Cherry cuts off to his left and gets 8 yards on first down. Once again, positive yards on first down puts you in a spot where you want to be. Now, if we could avoid a penalty here, it would be a good start.
Well, we only have about let's just not say it. Fake the handoff. Carr passes to Keys. Keys makes somebody miss, and he's off to the races. And he's faster than anybody on Harper Woods' team. So
great effort by Carr. We talked about that all night, where he does like to, when he gets off schedule, sometimes he likes to try to make something happen. This was an opportunity where he found his receiver on the sideline, and when you get your ball in your playmaker's hands, good things happen. Keys goes the rest of the way for a touchdown.
And like you said earlier, speed kills. So it was nice that the speed was on Saline's side that time. So come out for the extra point here. Oh, they're going to go for 2. They make it a 10-point game, it appears. But there are 9 seconds left on the play clock. 7, 5, 2. Carr gets it, rolls out, and carries it in the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
Very patient, he takes the snap, and you get the whole team going one direction and let him find a crease and get your 2 yards for the 2-point conversion.
And that is clearly what they needed. Score in less than a minute and get the 2-point conversion, and now let's see what the defense can do. So.
Well, I would like to see them kick the ball into the end zone again.
That wouldn't hurt my feelings if they did that. But just to see it, and you saw it earlier on the Saline, so now there's a little more enthusiasm on the Saline sideline, and now you see over at Harper Woods, they're a little down. There's actually chirping at each other, and you saw that on the Saline sideline.
And
so
we've seen how that can really snowball and really bring you down. So this is the momentum that they needed. Let's see if they can capitalize on this now.
So let's see him kick it deep, and pin, if they can pin them deep, that would get the ball back. It would even go that much further to give the team a boost. So basically, they played the first 6 minutes of the third quarter to a draw. Short kick, and he fielded at the 20, and he is tackled at about the 23-yard line. Another player a little dinged up for Saline.
Looks
number 28, Nolan Heath. Came up hobbling there, but hopefully it's just nothing, a little twist.
It was a little dicey there with the short kick because it goes right to one of their best players, but
they had better coverage.
Assignment coverage, and they made the tackle.
So let's see how Harper Woods responds from that turn of events. Pass to number 10 and into tight coverage, but he went up and got it.
Bear shooter with the coverage, wraps him up right away, but enough for a first down.
That was A.J. Henley, another sophomore. So they got rid of it quick, and but that's all right. 1st and 10. That was actually fairly well defended. And again, like I said, Harper Woods is in no hurry because you just saw why. Saline can score in a minute. Handoff, and no gain on the play. To Biden on that. Harris was the first one to get him.
Harris and Sadoff, again, disrupting the running game.
Bring up 2nd and 10 on that with just over 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. This is where they got to watch that underneath pass. That's where they've been hurt in the last couple of drives.
Looks like Harper Woods is bringing Biden off the field.
Pass again to number 10. He made a nice catch. That's A.J. Henley. It was well covered, but he made a nice play and pick up, but only 2 yards. So now
it's 3rd and long.
So
and we need to make a stop here. If getting off the field would be huge here.
And like you noted, with Biden off the field, that's one of their speed guys who scored that last touchdown. So again, they put some pressure on him. Harris is up there, and they drop him.
Bear shooter with the stick.
That was a big, big hit by Bear Suter. Just leveled him. And it brings up 4th and 15, and they're going to have to punt.
And see, The key there, Mitch, is they got pressure on him right away. He couldn't get comfortable. He starts to get happy feet, and before you know it, they make the big play.
So that both the offense and the defense have come up big on their last 2 attempts. So, and it also looks like that is Biden punting back there, and he was limping out there. But and he got a phenomenal roll. But that's all right. Saline will take over with 3:47 on the 19-yard line, and with an opportunity to put some more points on the board.
Yeah, I think it was we had them in 4th and long. Let's play it safe. We'll get the ball back. It took a good bounce for Harper Woods. It is what it is. But you'll take a 3 and out, 4 and out. They had a first down on the first play, but that was a good defensive stand for Saline.
Very much so. And all those hits will add up. So, and maybe this is where you start feeling the fact that you're playing both ways. Carr has a snap, hands it off to Cherry, and he cuts it up the middle, and he's off to the races. And takes it out to the 40-yard line of Harper Woods, and all of a sudden it's a change of events, as we've seen.
Yeah, just like we talked about earlier. You start to exert your dominance up front, and then good things happen both offensively and defensively.
100%.
You control the line of scrimmage, you get the ball into your playmakers' hands, and let them do something.
Hand off to Harris, and he picks up a couple. That's his first carry of the night.
I think, after the long run, you give Cherry a quick breather, and you put the hammer in. Just a short game, but I'm sure they all felt that.
Yes. So it'll be up 2nd and 8 from the 38 of Harper Woods. Now it's Saline taking a minute. And that may be to give Cherry a little breather too. Some more. 3 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Cherry has it again, and
good hard run by Cherry.
Very much
saw
so.
His opening. He put his foot in the ground and got upfield. Now it's 2nd or 3rd and very, very short. And I don't know how big the playbook is for short, but it's all there for him.
It is all there for it. I like the way you think. So they can do just about anything here. And they probably will. Again, they're taking a little time now. So
get everybody on the same page.
2:20 remaining. Carr keeps it. He's got the first down. And full set of downs again inside the 30-yard line with 2:14 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, and Harper Woods a little bit on their heels.
A good play there, good conservative. You've got the horses up front. Let's push them off the ball, beat them up a little bit, get a new set of downs.
That's all you got to do. And again, they're being patient. So they now realize that there is time left in this game, and they'd like to score before the end of the 3rd quarter, but it's not 100% necessary. He throws it deep to Hansen. There should have been a flag on the play. It was pass interference in the end zone. And that was a great play by Harper Woods D-back. He was beat. So.
No, absolutely. It was a good route run by Hansen. Carr got the ball up there. And the only way to save the touchdown was to interfere.
They may not realize it now, but when they come back and look at the film, coach will say, good play. Make them score. So
that
spot the ball.
15 yards and another first down.
They will spot the ball at the 14-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Saline.
Now we're in the tight areas again. I know that they can do whatever they want, but you really would like to see them maybe pound the ball a little bit here.
I would like to see them pound the ball right here. But again, they don't pay us the big bucks, but that's our boat. So Carr passes over the middle to Keys for a touchdown.
And just like we talked about, throw it to your best player and let him make a play.
So again, that cuts the lead 28-24 with the extra point attempt to come.
But I will say this, when you're running the ball well, the play action is even more powerful, and maybe that gets him an extra step, and that's all the difference it takes.
Oh, exactly. That's a great observation, and that's a true statement. There's the snap, the kick, and it's good. So with 1:35 remaining here in the third quarter, it's now Harper Woods 28, Saline 25. So that is exactly what Saline needed, and now they need to maintain that momentum, and I do believe fatigue may be setting in.
I do think that is a real factor here. Again, if it were up to me, I would like to see him kick it into the end zone.
Again, that wouldn't hurt my feelings either. But we will see what they do. They had good coverage last time, but they have been burned once already tonight. So.
And we have yet to see a turnover tonight. I think, if we were looking for a good place to have one, right around here.
That would not be a bad thing at all. So they're Harper Woods also has seen some of the game films. Yep. So. And I think they just couldn't take the chance that it would go out of bounds, but it was very, very, very close. But they ended up touching it, and fortunately, Saline tackled Garrett at 20, and so now they got to go a long way with 1:31 here in the third quarter. Let's see if the defense can come up big again.
No, absolutely. You feel the momentum swing, a little more energy. Can they get a little more pressure on the quarterback before his receivers get into their routes? Disrupt and make some good things happen here.
And let's see if he remembers that last hit. It may be on his mind. It may be give him a quicker trigger. They have two receivers to the far side, single receiver here to the near side. They have two running backs in the backfield. Handoff up the middle.
Oh, there's a fumble on the field.
But let's see who recovers it. Looks like Harper Woods got back on the ball. Number 21 was the ball carrier. He's a little dinged up on that play. Avery Taylor. Oh, and number 20 for Saline is also on the field. Blair Jones, the freshman. So it's been a fairly hard-hitting game tonight. So.
No, it has. Outside of the penalties, there haven't been any turnovers. Just a hard-hitting game.
Right.
Between two good football teams.
Very much. So let's hope they, again, this isn't anything significant, but after the injury to Abbott, it took the wind out of Saline's sails, so they just have to keep up right now. They got a first down on that, and now, just like they did on the last drive, then we held them. So let's do the same thing here and hope for the best. But they haven't signaled for the cart yet. And they're going to get him up. And,
yep.
He might have got his bell rung right there. And you hate to see that. He's a little wobbly coming off. I think his night's over. So he'll have to go into concussion protocol, and so.
All right, well, Saline seems to be flying around the ball right now. Let's see if they can keep this up.
Exactly. They have to keep that defensive momentum up. So they have, again, two running backs in the back, two receivers to the far side, single to the near side. Pass to 12, and he steps out of bounds after a pickup of 7.
Just another quick hitter, and he broke a tackle, ended up getting 7 yards. It's one of those things where if he wraps him up right away, it pulls him to a short gain versus almost breaking one.
It was Thomas on the tackle, though. 2nd and 3. Handoff. And that's 21. So he must have recovered from his, and that's Avery Taylor. But that's good enough for a first down. So that, again, the defense has to stiffen up here. First down at their own 45. We do have Barbarino, 45, not Barbarino.
Bear Shooter.
Bear Shooter on the little dinged up there. So he was trying to make it off the field, but they were going to run that play, and so they wisely told him to sit down, and they get him off, and don't have to use the timeout, and didn't give mismatch up for Harper Woods. So ref signals the play back, clock back into play. So again, it's Taylor and Jones in the backfield. Handoff to Jones. And he picks up about a yard.
It looks like Saline has changed their front a little bit. They've gone to a 3-man front and blitzing one of the linebackers, and that seems to confuse the Harper Woods offensive line a little bit.
Well, it never hurts to mix it up and make them think. Jones is down after that tackle, and looks like might be a little cramping going on.
Grabbing the back of his calf or hamstring there.
So the Harper Woods official is, coach is getting some clarification on the play clock. So.
Well, this is really turning into a quick hitting game from the Harper Woods offensive standpoint. They've 3 quick runs, very short hitches on the pass plays. I think if Saline can just stay very disciplined and make these tackles, they'll put them in situations where they'll have a hard time making the big plays.
Right, 100%. Now. I think that you're going to see Jones again. It didn't look, like I said, it looked like cramping. So maybe they'll get him some pickle juice on the sidelines and bring him back in. And I don't know, they probably use Pedialyte and electrolytes to get him going, but
that would be my choice over the pickle juice.
Official timeout for something. I think there's some clarification with the play clock. So. I think Harper Woods would like to switch directions here and eat up their last 15 seconds of the first half and maybe get another minute to discuss this. So they want to put 26 seconds back on the play clock, so they will have to run one more play here in the third quarter. That shouldn't be that big of a accomplishment, but you never know. Hands off to Biden, and he carries it out for the first down. A couple of missed tackles there, and he carries it over into Saline territory and down at the 42-yard line. That may be the last play of the third quarter, and gives Saline a chance to make an adjustment here to stop this drive.
Yeah, that was a good play by Harper Woods. They got to that first line, and it's hard to bring him down.
And he definitely is fast, but he's back. You had seen him come off the field earlier, but now he's back, and another weapon for Harper Woods, and something for Saline to contend with.
Well, so after the slow start for Saline in the third quarter, it made a couple of big drives, the big play to Keys to get the momentum back in their going their way, a nice stop on defense and a nice drive. Back to win in a 3-point game here. And now they just need to make a stop, try to get off the field, and get the ball back.
And I think that Harper Woods also in this area of the field, they are going to go forward on fourth down now. I think that they have no interest in giving unless it's a big yardage, they have no interest in giving Saline the ball back anytime soon.
On the positive side of the field, you could bet that this is 4-down territory.
Yeah. So, first and 10.
With the three-man front again.
Hand off to Biden, and he picks up about a yard. Brings up Sadoff on the tackle. He's been all over the field tonight. He's probably approaching double-digit in tackles. Brings up 2nd and 9 from the 41.
Good play by the defense.
But unfortunately, another unforced error by Saline. So Sadoff made a nice play and then jumps. We've seen Harris do that a couple of times tonight. And these are the things you got to clean up.
These are the things that become killer.
Mm-hmm. Well, Saline's got to be close to double-digit in penalties. And Harper Woods knows it. I don't know if it's his cadence, it's what it is, but he's getting them to jump. Hand off to Jones, and he bulls his way forward for a first down. Tackled by number 23 and number 14.
Ida Paulo and Barbarino on the stop.
Jones on the carry, resulting in first down.
Again, he's trying to get them to jump. Hands off to Jones, and he bulls his way forward for a pickup of 5. But oh, it's 21. I'm sorry, Taylor on the carry,
Looks
not
like
Jones.
Ida Apollo on the tackle again. And it looks like when Saline shows a 3-man front, Harper Woods is really going to the running game. They're going to take the number advantage, see if they can break one.
So there seems to be some confusion with the quarterback. He's walking to the sidelines. For some reason, there's a timeout for something. It looks like their quarterback is, but if he's injured, if they called a timeout for that, then he cannot be the quarterback for this play.
I think it was one of their offensive linemen. And they called the timeout to get him off the field.
Ah.
Really important for Saline to get a stop here.
They got to at least hold him to a field goal attempt, at best.
As play resumes, 2nd and 5.
So it's 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard, 23-yard line. Again, that turnover we haven't seen all night would be fantastic right here. And
Sure
Harper
would.
Woods has put it on the carpet a couple times.
Well, Saline is flying to the ball. You know, big collisions, things like that can happen.
All right, play resumes with just over 10 minutes remaining in the contest. Again, pass out in the flat to number 3, James Jefferson, and good enough for a first down.
Yeah, it looked like Saline was trying to dial up some pressure there. Harper Woods just gets it in a quick release.
Princeton Jones on the coverage there, but not before they got the first down, so it's inside the 20. So with the shorter field, let's see if that affects Harper Woods. Handoff to 21, Taylor, and he picks up about 3.
Barbarino on the stop there. It looks like, again, with Saline showing a 3-man front, Harper Woods is just content with handing the ball off to their big back and getting 4 and 5 yards as a carry.
Which makes perfect sense. But Jericho Powell on the tackle for Saline. We haven't called his name much tonight. 2nd and 7. High snap again, handoff to Taylor, and he is met. So bring up 3rd and about 5, but we'll see what they do. I don't know what their kicking game's like. They've struggled a little bit on the extra point. So my guess is they are going to try and get that touchdown here.
Yeah, my guess is that this is still 4-down territory.
Yep. Unless somebody takes a sack here. I would guess they're going to run it again. No, they threw it.
Oh, did that hit the ground? That hit the ground. That should be an incomplete pass.
So they're saying he completed but stepped out of bounds. They said he was pushed out of bounds after a 4-yard gain.
Pushed out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
This would be a huge play.
Brings up 4th and 1.
And,
Well, I think if there was a time where you were going to dial up pressure, I wouldn't be too worried about the speed killing you here.
Not at all. And Harper Woods is going to call a timeout.
Well, you know, I think Harper Woods has got three options here. They can run the ball in their power formation like they've been doing. They can do that very, very quick hitch that seems to be successful. Or if you wanted to live a little bit, they could go for the kill shot here. It'll be interesting to see what they dial up.
Well, I think that the safest one is to run it. But where? Because you know that Saline's going to have probably at least 8 guys in the box. So, but any of those pass, like the last one we saw, thought it might have hit the ground. So,
well, multiple things can go wrong when you try to put the ball in the air.
Correct. And they've got everybody fairly tight here. My guess is watch Biden on the end. There's enough coverage, enough gap there that he can take, and that's where quarterback just looked to. Oh, and there's a flag on the play. So did somebody have too many people on the field? We had 12 on the field. So another unforced error, and nobody did the count. And so now it's 1st and goal from the
unforced errors
4-yard line with 8 minutes to go. And
direct snap to Grant.
And he picks up about a yard. But again, it's just as important to use up the clock as it is anything else, because Harper Woods believes that they're going to score here.
No, a touchdown makes it a 2-score game.
And they are keeping him in at quarterback.
Yep, I don't think it's complicated at this point.
No. And he walks into the end zone. So with 7:54, Harper Woods pushes their lead back up to 34-25, and they're going to force Saline into doing things that they may not want to. But
a situation here where they got everybody bunched inside, and you make it to the corner and you can walk in.
100%. Well, there's still plenty of time, but you got to get a stop, and you got to stop the penalties.
Now, once again, penalties playing a big role into the outcome of the Saline drives.
Oh, 100%. But that's plagued them in a few games this year. They just very, very highly penalized teams so far. And against good teams, such as Harper Woods.
Oh, a fumbled snap.
It is a fumbled snap. And so at least it keeps it a 9-point game. They were hoping to be able to recover that and return it for a 2-point conversion, and then that would have put Saline down only a touchdown.
Only a touchdown.
And then there's another injury on the field, number 10. That is A.J. Henley. So I think he took a helmet to the leg trying to recover that fumbled snap. But hopefully it's nothing more serious than a Charlie horse or something. But so Saline will get the ball back with 7. They're going to 7:54 remaining in the contest. They're down 2 scores.
Plenty of time to put together some drives, get points. Doesn't even have to be a touch, just get some points.
Yep, that's all they need. So Henley's up. Like I say, I think it was more of a little Charlie horse there. He got popped with a helmet, but so it's been an entertaining game, to say the least.
You expect that with 2 highly ranked teams, but what you didn't expect was maybe a little bit of the undisciplined play, especially on Saline's side.
Yeah, I mean they've both been somewhat undisciplined, but Saline is probably twofold over what Harper Woods has been, and it shows on the scoreboard. Durant to kick off again. They got to get the clock set to 7:44. Official on the field said we had 10 minutes or 10 seconds too much. Durant is ready to kick off. Let's see what they do. He boots it deep. Fielded at about the 3. Cuts it up and carries it out to about the 40, 39-yard line. Nice return there by Hansen.
That was a good return by Hansen.
Yeah.
Gets them in very, very good field position. A clean play, no penalties.
There's the key word, no penalties.
No penalties. And really, with that type of return, I don't think you have to go to the pass every down, though. I still think that you have the ability to run the ball, put together a drive, get some positive plays here.
Oh, definitely. Carr and Cherry in the backfield. Fake the handoff to Cherry. And led his receiver just a smidge.
I do think that was his second option there. I think he wanted Keys out of the backfield, but it looked like the Harper Woods defensive end may have grabbed his shoulder and turned him, and Carr had to go with his second option.
Well, was it 1 yard line of scrimmage? Because isn't that legal at that point? So good play by Harper Woods. All right. Similar lineup, 2 to the far side. Cherry and Carr in the backfield. Baldwin comes in motion. Carr keeps it. And no gain on the play. That's a tough call on that, to run to the short side of the field without, you're really planning on some blocking at that point. But
yeah, I think Harper Woods got into the backfield a little bit quicker than they would have liked to seen there, and that disrupted the play from the start.
I agree with you. So 7:25, and you can't say it's 4-down territory at this point, but it's probably 4-down territory with the 7:25 and down 2 scores. Completed to Keys. Oh, and they're
that's a tough spot for him right there.
It's going to be just short of the first down, and so they eventually gave Saline first down. So at the midfield, with just under 7 minutes to go. Handoff to Cherry. He cuts it up.
There he goes. There he goes.
Running and down. Oh, they ruled him down at the 21-yard line. A nice 29-yard scamper.
Absolutely.
So,
they get up to the line of scrimmage right away. And, you know, the offensive line has been doing a good job run blocking. A quick handoff to Cherry off to the left side. He gets through the line of scrimmage, breaks one tackle, then it's open space. A good solid run down to the 20-yard line.
and again, you're putting pressure on Harper Woods. Again, a lot of these guys are playing both ways. And so let's see if we can get the quick score with 6:20 remaining here in the contest. Carr back to pass, steps up in the pocket, keeps it, and he scores. So with a 20-yard run.
Carr looking to make a play again, holds it, and then at the last minute decides to tuck it and run. And Cruz Hansen with a big block at about the 6-yard line opens it up for the cut for Carr to run it in for the touchdown.
Huge, huge play. And that cuts the lead to 34-31 with the extra point attempt coming. And it is good. So with 6:12 remaining in the contest, it's now a 2-point game, 34-32.
An excellent drive by Saline. Plenty of time left in this game. And now, can their defense make it stop?
And that's clearly what we need at this point. And I do believe Harper Woods is a little tired.
I do too. I think that that you can see that from a physical standpoint, that I think Saline is really starting to wear them down. And so this would be a great time for a big play, big hit, fly to the football, make something happen.
And we got to play this last 6 minutes and 12 seconds clean.
Avoid the self-destructive penalties.
Right. So you got people in the stands yelling, "Kick it off," because several know that we have onside kicked in this circumstance, and that's what Harper Woods is playing for. They're very uptight on the line, so he's got to get it over top, which is what he's going to try and do, over top of the first 10 players, is my guess. And keep it away from this. Oh, they got number 6 back. So it hit off the Harper Woods player. We'll see who recovered it. And Harper Woods, it bounced right back to him.
So, interesting play call. I don't know if they really had to go for the onside kick there. It played out like you had hoped, but at the last second, Harper Woods falls on the ball and recover. But now, you give them great field position.
Yeah, and that's awful early in the game. So I would have much rather kicked it over the top and see if we could have pinned him deep. So, but it is that Harper Woods has the ball at midfield, and it's just now the defense has got to step up. So handoff to
It looks like Saline
Jones.
was going with the 3-man front again.
And Jones is able to, a 3-man front. They may have to adjust.
I think Harper Woods is content with just attacking it with the running game.
And eating up that clock. I mean, obviously Saline can score quickly, but they are going to run it down every time. the play clock and the play. I doubt we'll see much passing from this point forward. And Jones is just running over him right now. They're going to have to change their alignment.
They need to get a little more aggressive. The first Saline guy to touch him is 5 yards downfield. That's just not going to work here.
No. So the clock is our enemy at this point with 5:10 remaining in the contest. And like you said, Harper Woods is going to keep handing the ball off. Taylor on the carry. He got about a yard. But again, it's going to run the play clock down to about 4:10. And at some point, Saline will be forced into using their timeouts.
Yeah, we're getting really close to the time where you need to start thinking about using the timeouts to save some clock.
Correct. So, and you hope that Harper Woods is a little undisciplined and snaps it early. Hand off to Jones. He comes to the outside. Let him get out.
Oh, good play. Good play. Now you're in a 3rd and long situation. And does Harper Woods say, this is 4 down territory and let's just run it twice to see what we can do? Or do you risk putting the ball in the air? And again, when you throw the ball, there's other variables that come into play.
Oh, 100%. I give Jones a tremendous amount of credit on that play. He stayed in bounds. He knew not to run out of bounds. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that wide receiver screen.
Yeah, a quick hitch here.
There's holding. So what happened there is the receiver or the defensive back tried to make a big play instead of just breaking it up, and it ended up with a first down. It did look like that number 54 was holding Harris the whole time on the rush, but was not called.
And that was a big play. Now I suspect they'll go back to hammering the running game here.
Correct. And to Taylor, and Harris
misses a tackle,
and he is down inside the 5. And that's going to put Saline in a precarious situation.
Looks like Taylor is slow to get up here.
Yep. They've been working hard. Yeah, Harper Woods, like I say, a lot of those kids playing both ways. They've been giving it their all, and right now they're on the positive side of the scoreboard.
Yeah, a touchdown here will be very, very hard to overcome for Saline.
Well, two things that came into play, and I thought about this after the other, is that when Saline scored, made it 32, do they go for 2, keep it a 1-point game, and then make them, if they get the extra point, we can still tie it with 8. But now, if they score, we got to make sure they don't get the extra point and tie it with 8. So if we don't get the turnover, which I think is probably coming right here. So, because I'm a positive thinker.
It's good to be glass half full.
Oh, clearly. Clearly. And by the way, thank you for everybody tuning into our broadcast tonight. We haven't mentioned you all night tonight because it's been such an exciting, hard-fought game, but we truly appreciate everybody across the country tuning in for our broadcast.
It looks like Harper Woods is going with their heavy package. Robichaud is out. Looks like a direct snap to Garant. And Saline does a good job to bottle him up.
And I do believe that they do want us to use our timeouts. So, and Saline did use their first timeout. So with 2:46 remaining, it's still first and goal. And they're going to mark the ball at the 6-yard line. So a loss of 3. But it's...
Well, that's the first thing that you needed to happen for Saline.
100%. 100%.
You got the stop, loss of yards, get the timeout, save some clock.
No matter what happens, I shouldn't say that. As long as the penalty bug doesn't bite us again, no matter what happens, Saline should have time on the clock. It'll depend on what Harper Woods does, if they score or try a field goal, a touchdown, if they get the extra point. There's still a lot of variables left for the contest.
And so the first thing is, what is the offensive mindset here? And it looks like they're going to stick with their heavy package with the Wildcat. Garant is in the backfield.
You got to get your outside contain, and he's looking to go right now. No.
That's a good play for Saline.
And I actually thought the right side was more available to him, but he never looked that way. So
so Saline calls timeout again.
With 2:41 remaining, they have 1 remaining. So let's see if Harper Woods mixes up a little. With all that pressure, do you leak somebody out to the end zone and try a little dump pass over top? But that's risky. If it's not complete, it stops the clock, saves the timeout.
And this is a spot where you could really jump a route if you needed to.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of space behind you. You don't have to worry about the speed nearly as much here. But first things first, let's make this stop here.
I like it. Let's make a stop. Make Harper Woods make a decision. They're going to spread us out again.
And it looks like they're bringing Robichaud back in.
Yeah.
And so, they've been running that quick wide receiver hitch all night long for 5 yards. But they've got 2 running backs in the backfield as well.
So, here, this is probably handoff to Taylor, and he is dropped.
Big stop. Looks like Sadoff and Idapalo.
Huge defensive stand, so what do? They go for it, or do they kick the field goal? If I'm, it's a tough decision, but if I'm Harper Woods, if you don't make it here, a field goal beats you. So, and there is still 2:36 remaining. So the field goal pushes it to you have to have a touchdown. But again, I don't know what their kicking game is like.
Well, it looks like they've had a couple sort of shaky kicking. They missed an extra point earlier. They had the bad snap on one as well. Either one of those would be killer for a field goal attempt here.
Yes. Let's channel that.
But it looks like they're going to keep Robichaud in, and they're going to go for it.
Well, they have more faith in their offense than they do in their kicker, and that makes perfect sense from what we've seen already.
Right. Discipline here, no offsides.
Correct.
Same setup as before. 2 backs in the backfield with Robichaud, and it looks like Harper
They
Woods
called
call
their last
timeout.
time. They wanted to see the alignment for Saline. Well, the people who came tonight got their money's worth. Let's just say that. For those of you tuning in, I hope you felt you did too.
It's what you expected with two, powerhouse teams, right?
100%.
It's been a very competitive game. It's coming down to literally the last minutes, and that's what you hope for.
Oh, yeah. It'll be hard to convince either team after this that this game didn't mean more than the other ones, because they clearly played like it.
Absolutely. Everybody put their heart out in this one.
They threw it to their best player over in the corner, and he landed inbounds. So now Saline's got to do something with this extra point, or the game's likely over. It was Durant, number one, and
you find your guy who's got some height, he's got some athletic ability, and you say, we need one play. And you put it up in the air and you say, go make the play.
So now this extra point is crucial. So there's still 2:32 remaining, so this is a
big snap.
Big snap. Bad low snap, but the kick is good, and so Harper Woods goes up by 9 again with 2:32, and Saline is out of timeouts. So.
Well, you got to give Harper Woods credit. They needed a big play, and they made it.
Oh, 100%. Saline gave it its all towards the end, but you go back to the long kickoff return, the 10-plus penalties, and you won't have to think hard as to why Saline's down by 9 with 2:32 remaining in this contest.
Yeah. Individually, any one of those things can, they hurt, but they can be overcome. But when you combine all of them against a very good football team, that just becomes a little too much.
So when we return this kickoff for a touchdown, and then we onside kick it again, because that's where we're at, getting quick points. And so let's see what they do. Field it at about the 7. Hansen cuts it up the middle, and he carries it inside the 30 down to the 25-yard line. So they needed a huge return, and they got it, and no penalties.
That was the first step in
giving yourself a chance.
Many needed steps here.
So it's like I said, they got their money's worth tonight. So the downside is Saline's out of timeouts.
They are out of timeouts, and you need 2 possessions.
You need 2 possessions.
You need a field goal and a touchdown. So the question becomes, you're very close to field goal range.
Right.
Could you kick a field goal right away and go for the onside kick to get yourself that extra possession?
Oh, I think that'll factor in at some point. Carr keeps it, runs out of bounds inside. They marked him out right at the 20-yard line. Pickup of 6.
Clock stops.
With only 5 seconds off the clock, so he made a good decision. And again, if they do have to kick the field goal, it's closer now. So, but it's been a whale of a contest. Maybe the game of the year in some people's minds.
very good game with 2 very good football teams. Oh, that's got to be holding against Keys. I can't believe that.
There is a flag on the field.
Yeah, Keys was trying to break towards the post, and he got totally turned around.
And there is an holding against somebody.
And it looks like there's a player down.
Yeah. But they're trying to figure out who the penalty's on. They were talking to Harper Woods as if Saline did a legal pick play or something, but I don't know. He had originally signaled holding. So it is against Harper Woods. So it was holding. So it's going to be half the distance to the goal line. Holding. So it's 1st and goal from the 10 now. With 2:07 remaining. The injured patient is Carson Cherry, not the guy you want to get dinged up. So it's 1st and goal from the 10 with 2:07 remaining. Harris in the backfield, along with Carr. Carr's got to get rid of it. A nice defensive play there by who else? Dakota Garant. So 1:59 remaining. 2nd goal.
And that play took quite a bit of time as well.
It did. Took 8 seconds off the clock, and they were not rushing Carr. They had everybody back. So they do not believe that Saline will run the ball, and if they do, they better run it to the short side so they can get out of bounds.
Right.
Got to throw it now. Got to throw it now. Completes the pass to Harris, but he lost 10 yards on it, and it keeps the clock moving. So now it's 1st and goal from the 20, so you got to get some yards back or try the extra point or field goal here.
Yeah, that was that play just
took too long to develop.
Well, like you said, early on they weren't rushing a lot of people, but
right.
You can't keep them out forever.
That 40 seconds we just lost here is the most valuable thing. Pass to the end zone, Keys for a touchdown. Oh, they ruled him out. So I'm not quite sure how the official, why he looked so long at that to make that call. If he was out of bounds, he should have signaled it immediately, but
it looked like he had maybe 1 foot in.
So they are going to kick the extra point, or the field goal attempt here. Going to try a 38-yarder. And the kick is no good.
The kick is no good to the left.
And that'll be the ball game. So all Harper Woods has to do is take a knee and end of an exciting football game.
It was tough. They needed a lot of things to go right there. They were close, but it was just kind of like the story of the whole night. They were right there and just couldn't close the deal.
Well, but I'll take the positive tack on this. Is I'd much rather have this game today than in any round of the playoffs.
Sure. And
you have so many teaching moments that come from this contest, and that they will learn tremendous amounts from this. And hey, they got beat today by a very, very, very good football team.
Their season is still in front of them.
Oh, yeah.
Everything that they want, need to accomplish is still there.
Yep.
But there are some things that can clean up.
Oh, they got lots of stuff to work on in practice. And I'm not quite sure why Harper Woods took a delay of game there, because they're only got to take a knee twice. Maybe 3 times. That's one of them. I have to do it one more time, and then the contest will be over. Well, Justin, it was a good contest. Not the best played, but that's what you expect. The other team made you into errors. We can say they were unforced errors, but I think he had a snap count that was affecting Saline quite a bit, and no turnovers in the contest. So,
give Harper Woods credit for making the big plays when they needed them. They've obviously got some good athletes.
Yep. And their best player made the biggest play at the end of the game. So,
sure. It was a good game. It didn't work out the best tonight, but again, there's lots of things in front of Saline.
Yeah. And we will be back here next week. We take on Bedford, and then we'll be back here in 2 weeks against Lake Orion. So thanks, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll see you again here next week.